And perfect timing for the song ending because we are in to game 3, which is the home map of Nadya's Boys. The series is nicely poised at 1-1 after Bots United just took their home map, which was Islands, and we now have a repeat of game 1 if you like. The only difference being that instead of a team random mirror sibs, we now have picked sibs. Sorry, just checking my OBS. So we will see the pretty typical combinations: Huns, Mayans and Mongols, the power trio, and then the age-old debate of do you take Spanish or Chinese for the fourths. And I'm pleased to report that we do have a bit of a difference here, because the difference is that Pike has gone for Chinese, and we're on his point of view right now. We did notice he went straight into berries pretty early. Found his sheep quite late, so he'll be mitigating that late sheep find as Chinese, which can sometimes cause an issue. Does have a little bit of idle TC here, unfortunately, but starting to produce villagers now. He's Chinese, and Goku has gone with Spanish. So we have Huns, Mayans, Mongols, Chinese, Huns, Mayans, Mongols, Spanish. And what does that mean for the dynamics of the game? Well, Chinese are arguably the better civ if you want to play really aggressively with your team. But as it goes into the later game, the Spanish trade bonus really starts to come into effect, certainly as you approach the 1 hour mark in the game. It will be in full swing by then. So Nabs want to play this really aggressively, and considering that, you know, every game that I've seen of Nabs lately is you see Zuppy going like 2 stables and just going nuts. In fact, in the first game everybody was 2 stables. That kind of fits with the playstyles that I've seen with them thus far, whereas the bots team might want to drag this out into the later game a little bit more, considering they've got Goku in the Spanish, playing as Spanish, sorry. Let's start with him. As we go through the positions, we've got Goku in grey as the Spanish, 2 forward boars, getting one of them in now, but there's a Mayan eagle on the prowl. Well, he find it. Let's keep an eye on that. In the pocket. Wow, that boar's going back. Come on. Spot it. There we go. Let's stay here. Wonder's now seeing the boar. Is he going to go for it? Yes, he is. Good man. So we'll keep an eye on that, but that's a relatively easy boar steal. Goku's scout is nowhere to be found. It's going to come back really easily. And it's actually running into the TC. Is he going to lose his scout? Just about survives with a few HP left. There's Wonder's second boar, so that won't be stolen with that scout being on such low HP. And although Pike getting housed a little bit now, but that's fine. And just completing the house right there. Only house for 1 second. So, yes. Continuing on with the look at the lineups, which was interrupted by that boar steal.
Yes.
Goku's pocket is Nikov. So Nikov Mongol pocket in the yellow colour. Just noticing that Goku is playing Spanish, so he's going to have to try maybe go conquistadors on the flank with a pretty open looking map at the front and -1 boar. Pretty tough. At least his deer are kind of close to the mill, and he's got a nice stone in the back. Then we've got Mayan pocket for Gary. So he's got the options of plumed archers from the castle slinging there, and he's playing the red colour. Then next we've got Miguel playing Hun's flank, so you'd like to have those swapped around, you would think, unless Gary slings Miguel. Could work. I mean, I've seen Miguel play some crazy games where he just maintains unbelievable amounts of knights and cavaliers and paladins when he's getting sling. Really is a strength of his gameplay that I've noticed when I've casted games he's been involved in before. If he's getting sling and playing as civ like Huns or Persians. Miguel is matched up against Mentalist Huns there on the flank in the purple colour, and weird looking forward main gold there. It's not often you see just a line of gold like that. Pretty annoying. Looks like Mentalist already walling, well, not walling, but using his buildings quite far forward to try and shield this area, because otherwise he's pretty open across the front. Front gold for Miguel as well. This hill could be quite important for pushing it against both players' main golds. And then Zuppy in the pocket. Mongols. Always plays Mongols for Nav whenever I see. He's playing the orange colour. And pocket Chinese, Pike, and flank Mayans for Wonder in blue. So I feel like Navs have got the better positions here. They've got Mayans playing against the Spanish on the flank. And the Spanish is -1 ball, Mayans +1 ball. I really like that. And then Mayan pocket for Gary, but with these walls, already perhaps an early sign that he's going to sling, or also going fast feudal. He's not going to be able to build a castle with that. So the signs are there that Gary will probably sling Miguel, I guess. If he gets the better of this scout fight. I'm just reading Mio's comment. He's going tower push read chat SMB. I assume you meant the in-game chat. I must have missed the message. It's hard to pay attention to the in-game chat, the stream chat, and the games at the same time. But yeah, we got the Dresh coming out for Mentalist here. No feudal age click for him just yet, so no imminent man-at-arms there. Meanwhile, the Drush for Wonder is just kind of chilling. Actually, did Goku lose a villager whilst he was... Yeah, it looks like he may have done actually. He's down 2 kills. One of those is his scout, I should think. But looks like he's down at least 1 villager there. Pretty standard builds for the pockets on that side by the looks of it. Goku on stone in the back. Although if he is going to go for conquistadors, it's pretty optimistic because he hasn't got much in the way of... Oh, I've missed... It's him that you meant that is going to tower push here. Sorry, I missed the dark grey spots on the map. I couldn't see them because they're really close to the blue ones. 2 towers coming up on the edge of Wonder's base. And he's actually laid claim to both of the stone piles from Wonder. So that's going to make it really hard for Wonder to defend this. He's going to get palisade walls, try and restrict the movement of Goku around the base. 5 villagers forward, and Wonder will get 1 tower on his wood line to try and protect that. But it's not really going to stop Goku from just walking around here. He's supported by scouts from the pocket from Nikov actually. Missed that he'd done those scouts, thought he was going fast castle, but no, his scouts are going to try and hit Pike. He's had to wall up everything to try and guard against these scouts. He's done that just fine. No villagers look vulnerable here, but it means that Goku, having been forced away from Wonder's base, is free to just drop a tower and Pike gold. Look at this, all 3 golds in the same spot. 1 tower, if Goku just walls this up now, stone walls it, will completely take away every single access to gold that Pike has, and those villagers are going to be forced to get out of there as soon as the tower goes up, and then they'll just fall prey to the scouts, and this is going to do huge damage. Those villagers need to jump in the tower, try and pick up a couple of Pike's vills. They are walking on the diagonal. The spearman comes in, so Pike should save the vills, but now Goku's really solidifying this hold over Pike's gold, and this is really good play by Goku right now. How is Wonder locking? I'm going to go to his point of view. No food, hasn't clicked up, so Wonder's not really too much threat right now. He's really interrupted. Nikov saying wall the tower, which will help to make sure they don't get taken down so easily. Maybe a ram coming out. So Wonder kind of stuck in the feudal age. Pike has not clicked up in the end because he's seen the pressure coming in and decided to... Well, he's either decided to hang around and go to stone and try and fight it, or the interruptions had stopped him from being able to click up anyway. Let's have a look at the other side. Miguel's protecting his front gold with that tower. He's on the way to the castle age. Gonna just scroll the overlay, see if Gary has started slinging. Yeah, Gary is slinging Miguel as we predicted. Stone walls completely blocking off the whole map there. I'm not sure what all those X's are about. Just Xing resources, I guess, for Zuppy, saying where his front resources are, all of his golds. Or rather, Mentalist's back gold. Perhaps, I don't know. It doesn't seem particularly urgent to be flagging all of those golds to his teammate at this point. Miguel just about gets some HP on that wall to stop Mentalist getting through with that Feudal Age army. That's pretty clutch because it's going to slow them down for 30 seconds to get through that wall. And by then, Miguel will be in the Castle Age with Knights, Bloodlines, +1 done, easily clean up Mentalist's Feudal army. Let's have a look how Goku's push against Pike's base is going. Those are outposts. I was getting excited that that was a tower because that was easily going to beat Pike's tower, and the tower would take away like 4, 5, 6 farms. That would be massive. Pike is so heavily on stone right now, but he doesn't really have too many towers to show for it, does he? Putting one here to try and stop Goku roaming around, but that's only really protecting some farms there. You're not going to get that tower up, are you, Goku? I know you've got... But then again, the Spanish villagers, I know he's only got 2 actually building right now, but he's caught up already, has he? 600. The Spanish building bonus. No, he's going to have to bail out of that tower. But still, Pike's in a mess right now. He's got almost all of his villagers working on stone.
Wood, please.
And the question is, how vulnerable is Goku at home? The answer is... well, once that tower goes up, he's going to lose probably access to some farms and berries, so his food income's going to slow down, but he's not thinking about Castle Age yet. He's full pushing at the moment with towers, so losing a couple of farms won't set him back terribly, and he should make his wood and his stone safe with towers at home. Goku's doing well so far. He's just Cocolinoing everybody. For those who don't know, that just means lashing yourself onto somebody and slowing them down. There's an Italian player called Cocolino who's pretty famous for doing that through town centre rushes and just towers and whatnot. But yeah, Miguel on the left hand side is in the Castle Age +2 and Bloodlines, or +2 kicking in. Forging done as well, so this feudal army is dead meat as half a dozen Hun Knights flood out of those stables. Zuppy is doing Knights from Bucket as Mongols, but 0 upgrades. That fight should still go well for Mentalist, especially as we're close to his stables, and we'll see another round of Knights reinforcing. But looks like those Knights from Miguel maybe getting whittled down a little bit by the Spearmen that were mixed in from Mentalist there. Zuppy's also going to do camels, of course. Slinging when the enemy pocket has a camel sieve always is that little bit more difficult because the counter is there. And right now the fight is actually going on still in Miguel's base. So Miguel not doing the early damage at the start of the Castle Age with the sling that he would like, as Mentalist just continues to come with the Spearmen. But now the number of Knights for Miguel starting to look pretty scary as Zuppy sort of clears out of the scene, and Mentalist will lose all of his feudal army now, and the odd camel for Zuppy not going to deal with this many knights, so Miguel is finally poised to go offensive and hit this front gold. Let's have a look how Wonder's doing. Looks pretty safe at home. Going to go up with a market and potentially a blacksmith afterwards, and then maybe go conks afterwards perhaps. Towers in Pike's base. Pike has now secured his own base with the towers, but look at this. He's Chinese pocket and he's hitting the Castle Age at minute 22. That was not in his plans at the start of the game. And Wonder, 24-minute Castle Age. So basically Wonder has made both Nadya's boys players go to the Castle Age at minutes 22 and 24. Whilst Nikov, having done a few scouts, is in the Castle Age booming on 3 TCs as Mongols, getting well ahead. So Goku has played a great game up to now. Miguel's slung Knights, off the back of Gary's sling, not managing to do the damage against Mentalist's front gold that he might have hoped, as Zuppy continues to maintain camels and Mentalist doesn't let up on the Spearman production. So it might be the odd 1 or 2 vills goes down there. Oddly enough, Miguel actually going home with all of these knights chasing after one single camel. Not really paying attention to what his knights are doing there, it seems. But yeah, all of those towers stonewalled up. Pike just doesn't have access to gold now. He's pretty much just trying to get his boom on after hitting the castle edge pretty late. Got a lot of spearmen patrolling around in case the knights come in from Miguel, presumably as well. And there's a few knights from Nikov too. I guess he's doing one stable with a little bit of production in addition to those TCs. Probably see 4th TC from him soon, I would have thought. Since he's not going to need to make that many knights to support Wonder, to support Goku at this stage, I don't think. Actually, Goku is going to the castle age. I wondered for a second, just looking at him, if he transitioned to Sling, but no, he will go to the castle age. And let's see how much stone he's got left. Yeah, he's got the stone for a castle, so that is on his mind. Defender of the castle, get some conquistadors out, raid a bit, and try and let Nikov boom, I guess. Let's have a look how Miguel's doing on the left hand side. Mentalist with some clutch warning in on his goal. There's a ton of knights appear right there. But there is a 1 tile gap here. The knights can only come through one at a time, but that's just shrugging off the archer fire. And Mentalist will now lose all the archers and probably all the villagers. But no, 1 wall tile will save those vills. But now Mentalist in a bad way. He's clicked up the castle age at least, but he's lost his whole army there. He's not on gold to make more armies, even having to stonewall all the way at the back. And Miguel, streaming in knights with all those upgrades, is probably going to continue to do damage to Mentalist economies. Only on 34 villages, which is quite low at this stage of the game. Goku doesn't have too many more, but he will have a castle to help defend. Going to defend with a TC in the back of his base to keep his wood and this back gold safe. Nikov is cleaning up Wonder's crossbows as well. This is looking really good for the bots team. So right now, bots with pretty commanding lead on Nadya's boys' home map. A map which they won in game 1. Mentalist is now doing pikemen to try and defend against Miguel. So both Zuppi and Mentalist are just going full counter units to Miguel's knights now. So they're not really going to be able to push with that army. Just focus on defending. Maybe Miguel will look to target someone else for a bit. Let's have a look how his resources are. He's trying to boom as well with the sling, of course. 1, 2, 3 TCs, 4 TCs. Won't be long until he's going to the Imperial Age. He's just doing a university. He's already got a monastery. He's going to go to the Imperial Age in about 20 seconds, and then he'll just be dropping stables and be doing what I said at the start of the game. Absolutely flooding paladins. Miguel is pretty awesome at that. Mentalist also could try and go some cav archers on as Hun's flank here. Once Miguel is up, they won't be too effective, because with the +4 armour, they'll just shrug off those Castle Age cavalry archers' arrow fire. Meanwhile, Pike still not able to get back on gold at all. One ram is going to take forever to break through those stone walls, and Nikov will just come here. And Nikov's also advising Miguel that both of the players on their side are super open and they'll die versus Cavalier. So with both Mentalist and Zuppi investing in all of these units to just try and counter the knights that Miguel's doing, Miguel's just saying, right, you guys do that. I'm going to head over to the other side of the map. I'm going to time it with my Imperial Age upgrade. I'm going to click Cavalier and +4 straight away, and you guys are just going to die. Pike is closing the gaps in his base. He's got some towers and TCs, so I guess Miguel will suffer quite a lot of damage if it comes in here. I feel like maybe Miguel should just go over and kill 8th Wonder, to be honest. He'd do that so easily. He's already been disrupted by the Conks now coming out raiding for Goku. Mentalist on the far side already so far behind, even 8th Wonder actually, so Miguel's not too worried about what's on his doorstep. And Zuppy is just trying to boom like Nikov is really at the moment, so I think Miguel really does have a free reign to just come over here and kill Wonder, which is exactly what's happening. Nikov's there as well with Knights, also +2 bloodlines, +1. I think Wonder is not going to have any TCs in about 2 minutes, probably. Once those upgrades kick in for Miguel. How far away is Nikov up from going up? Yeah, he's about to click, so he has done quite a lot of Knights, but that was countered by Zuppy having to do quite a lot of camels. But still, Zuppy is a little bit ahead, getting castles out, and I guess what this means is Zuppy's doing that Mangudai transition now in the next few minutes, and after that Miguel is going to have to go back and think about fighting on the left hand side again, so he needs to make hay whilst the sun shines here. Try and kill Wonder off as best as they can. Nikov's laughing about 2 universities, but who has the 2 universities? I don't know. Is it Wonder? Yeah, just wants those upgrades. Knowledge is power, guys, as is so often repeated. Wants to get those upgrades quickly. I wonder if it was a misclick or deliberate. Like, well, not misclick, but you know, forgetting that you'd already made 1 university. So Nikov advancing. Zuppy is 2 minutes ahead of him. And Miguel now pushing on the front of Mentalist space as well. A lot of monks and pikemen there, but those cavaliers are still cleaning up actually. Even as the camels arrive, it still feels like Miguel is going to win this fight pretty easily. Those cavaliers have got all the upgrades now apart from Blast Furnace, and Paladin is being researched. A Mentalist is just going to get completely run over the moment that Paladin upgrade kicks in. If he wasn't getting run over already. He's on 58 villages, 67 population. Same for Wonder, basically. All the players for Bots United are around 100 population, a bit quite significantly more for Nikov, almost there for Miguel and Goku. Sorry, villagers, not population. So villager counts firmly in Bots United's favour. Gary's sling continues unabated, and he's actually going up to the castle age now. So maybe he considers the damage is done, he's going to transition out of it and try and get involved in the game, or maybe he just wants coinage. Meanwhile, Pike is just doing full Pike, trying to take back his gold. He still hasn't mined any gold in this entire game, apart from a tiny bit at the start of Feudal Age, which he used to click up to Castle Age in the end. And Nikov now pushing out, trying to take map control. This is a nice spot to get TC in a castle up. 2 extra map golds right in the middle, and he's going to claim both of them. Gary's also walling the whole map. Always love to see this from the guy who's slinging, just walling people in.
Stone, please.
He's the guy with the extra attention available to go out to the map and do stuff like that. Goku saying, kill this. Those knights with +2, they're hard to see. They should go down actually.
Yes.
Goku's saying kill it, but need 1 more knight there to get that done, I think. And now Paladin's done for Miguel. Is just going to take down the TCs of Mentalist. This is a massacre. 38 population, and that is entirely villagers. Somehow Mentalist is on -2 military. I don't know how. Maybe someone in the chat knows why the spectator overlay would bug out like that. Zuppy going full heavy camel now. He's investing a lot in heavy camel to try and stop Mentalist sling. And that works out well, because it means Zuppy's preoccupied with doing that, whilst Nikov is getting elite Mangudai and chemistry and bracer, stun ring, all of those lovely Mangudai related things. And he'll probably just do full Mangudai and siege push against Ike or against Zuppy, whilst Zuppy is just having to spend a lot of resources on heavy camel just to stop Miguel. So this is just so firmly in the hands of Bots United right now. Goku, meanwhile, has given up on the Conquistadors. He's gone to the Imperial Age, already reached it. He's clicked Cavalier and plate Barding Armour. Whilst Wonder is in the Castle Age, doing plumed archers all of a sudden, and he's going to get run over by 25 plus 4 cavaliers. How far away is Wonder from the Imperial Age? The answer is not that far if he uses the market. This wall, he needs to try and get that up, fill in this section before those cavaliers make their way around. He needs a wall segment, gate, and he doesn't get it, and the cavaliers are in. And bye Wonder's TC here, probably. Not going well for him. Pike is now at least on gold, but every protection for that gold is about to be trebbed down by 4 trebuchets from Nikov. The Mangudai will run in and clean up, and it's GG. So 1-0 Nadya's boys becomes 2-1 Bots United, and I think in both of these games 2 and 3, the team play and the individual play has just been better by Bots United. This strategies in this game are really good. I feel Goku in the early feudal age, having had a ball stolen, just went YOLO mode and took both the flank and the pocket for Nadya's boys sort of out of the game for about 10 minutes, because Pike went castle 22 minutes and Wonder 24, or vice versa. Nikov just boomed and did some knights as well to support where need be, wherever he was needed, and he ended up being able to get first into the elite Mangudai, or would have been, despite Zuppi getting up first, because Zuppi's having to focus on heavy camel to stop Miguel, who got run over by the paladins. Good combination play there by Bots, and it's a lead for Nadya's boys, so they are on the precipice, sort of. Sorry, a lead for Bots United, so Nadya's boys are on the precipice of elimination if they lose 2 more games now. Probably unexpectedly, I think most people would have had Nadya's boys as a slight favourite in this matchup. Why have I got host? Let me spec myself. Looks like Pike has gone. I'm not sure what's going on here. Presumably he's coming back. All the rest of the players are in the game room. So I'm going to mute and put some music on whilst we wait for game 4.